been playing. He had a hiatus from maining Mordex for a very long time, but Sandstorm's always dedicated himself to a character at a time. So
this is true, yeah.
He's just said, I'm going to go with the Mordex because that's what I've been succeeding with the most. So here we go. The rematch between Sandstorm and Loris. Winner of this gets in the winner's finals at the Royale to fight against Kaina. Just speedrun his way through Godly in that 3-0.
And Loris' movement is crazy. The way he sticks so close to you with a weapon that I think most people believe is going to space them out, and then just like will be like almost stacked, but in a hard spot to be. Nice retaliation. Hold on.
The side air, Sandstorm went to cover the wall. Loris manages to make that recovery, chase out just straight up, but still low on jumps. That's going to be the stock, I think. Loris, can he make it back?
Nice
Gravity cancel down.
Oh, the weapon throw was just short.
The dare dodged the downlight. Sandstorm was expecting Loris to dodge high.
Dropped it twice.
Ground pound comes through. Sandstorm touched the wall. Okay, weapon throw manages to make it back. Both players barely coming back from the edge guards here that they were both applying, and now they're both at amount of damage to where one stick will do it. Down stick just barely whiffs, and a nice job with that chase dodge pivot recovery.
Yeah, that's like a greatsword type option where you hit the
sideline recovery.
Yeah, it's wild.
He even did the thing where like he dipped down as low as possible to pick up grounded, and I didn't like really think of Spear doing that.
Smart.
Wow, yeah, so smart. Side air and manages to knock out Loris finally. But that was after Loris like made a Hail Mary recovery from 3 edge guards against Sandstorm's Scythe of all weapons. So 2-2 right now as both players are working really hard to hold on to these stocks as long as possible.
Wow, I can't believe that end light missed. Sandstorm just trying to find an opening here. Loris' movement is absolutely tweaking though. Sandstorm's gonna get hit by the double here, probably lose the stock. The recovery's not gonna be enough, but another recovery off the platform.
Sandstorm just like actually tunnel visioned on the weapon spot. It like appeared, he went, ooh, a Scythe, and then Loris was just like, I have another recovery here. And Loris, this is a thing that Spear players have been good at for years, but Loris is so good on platform maps when he hits the double D that recovery to go touch a platform very quickly to get your strong recovery back instead of like using your jump for an exhaustion recovery. And he gets that so often, and that's why he was able to get that knockout there as opposed to just like doing recovery, covering, and then exhausted recovery.
And you get that burst, right? That dash land on the platform. Oh, no. Okay.
He went for the neutral stick right afterwards after getting the double sideline read. Loris on the verge of 2-stocking Sandstorm here. Down stick at the edge. I mean, you have to go for it at least once, right? But I didn't think he would slide charge it, right? If he held it at the edge there, it would have been a lot better. One more time, wrong.
No!
Did he like try to sidelight and got caught by the
I think he did. That's my understanding, but I'm like, why would you not downlight there, right?
Or just like wait out the whole move. Yeah.
The down sig.
Yeah, I mean, it has like end lag. Recovery comes through.
I mean, it did get added end lag as well, right? That used to be the super egregious one.
All right, that's a 2-stock. So we're headed towards that 3-1. This is more dominant than I was expecting. Is Sandstorm going to go against his word and switch characters?
He might.
I think
I don't know if he's going to do it game 2.
I mean, game 2 would be the best time to do it.
It would.
You don't want to go down 0-2 and then switch and then say that's the reason why you lost 3-0.
I suppose.
He's really, really thinking about it. I just don't know what he would play instead. He's going to stay on Mordex the entire time. Okay, no, he's going to stick with it. I saw that hesitation, though. There was that moment in his head that went like, wow, that did not go well.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. But it started off pretty fair, I think.
South America in the Royale. How do you win? How do you win against these titans? They're so good. Loris is so good, Flambeau. All right, let's see what you got, Sandstorm. We have to pull in for Sandstorm right now because that was tough.
Hold on. There we go. Starting to cook a little bit, gets an opening, but the hard part is like, everyone I've seen go up against South America today has just had a really tough time reading their dodges. It's just been, they just don't press the button. And so Sandstorm, luckily, one of the best I've always said at reacting in the game, is going to lean into that a little bit.
Was recovery the only thing that could reach there? If Nair came through, I think he could have pulled Loris off the side of the stage. Down sig, sends him on the left side of the stage. Good, just good knowledge of his character to know that that would knock out. I actually wasn't sure.
Yeah,
when he didn't go, usually they send him behinds, right? The forward throwing down sig there from Mordex was actually a lot stronger than I thought.
Ooh, nice. And Sandstorm gets the dodge. Ooh.
Fantastic damage coming up from him. Landing didn't get covered there. Loris dash lands right behind him.
Ow. Okay, Sandstorm's gonna try to get back here. Loris holding up. There it is, the Kaya Classic. And honestly, I feel like he showed it a little early, but Sandstorm still went into it.
Sandstorm just slid up the wall.
Yeah.
I do think Sandstorm was playing around it. That felt more like a mistaken movement.
Yeah,
just got caught by the end of the move. I mean, it's why it's so good. It's because you don't actually have to hit it, right? You just have to like have it outlast, and then somebody might just run into it.
No dodge again, man. It's so weird watching Sandstorm get these hits. Oh, what that sidelight was wild.
Yeah, Gravity Cancel sidelight, the knockback bounced into the wall and he went straight left. I've never seen that interaction. Here first.
Nice.
D-Light and the neutral signature. Another, probably as soon as that could have knocked out too.
Yeah, no, that seemed pretty optimal there. Recovery definitely not going to take the stock there.
Kaya's pretty beefy, seven base defense there. Able to take that stock off the top. Sidelight, dash forward, dash back. Laura's trying to get something else started with that sidelight. Gets the dare, edge guard opportunity, goes for the recovery. Sandstorm recovers high, goes straight for his own recovery. Oh, nice weapon throw, stopping Laura's from getting that bow down there. But D-Light into,
he didn't get to do that recovery there.
I wonder what that was supposed to be.
Could have been a Sayer too.
Yeah, the Sayer is almost definitely what he was looking for the edge guard. That's right. Because I was like, what is that sidelight supposed to be? He gets the jump read, he delays with the gravity cancel sidelight down there. Is this going to be a two-stock for Sandstorm? Recovery comes through, chase dodge makes it back to stage. Side air edge guard would be huge. Goes for the nair, not going to knock out. One more nair would do it.
All right, but Sandstorm's pretty much done it at this point. Might be able to respond back with the two-stock. If not, that was ambitious.
Yeah, but not punished. Sarah ends up hitting him into the stage, which why doesn't knock out on its own? And now Laura's like, yeah, bow neutral light will do it. Like you just gotta hit your opponent once. There we go, Sarah. I said that, but bow Sarah is actually the most tragic move to hit on stage. Like,
yeah,
like they're just on the ground. Even side air has a better time knocking out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Didn't take that much damage after the edge guard though.
Oh, and Laura's is answering back. I mean, these anti-airs and lighting and nairs as well.
Uh-oh. Sider comes through. It's another Sayer. If he finds one sidelight opening, it's basically an even game. Sidelight from Sandstorm doesn't get anything else. Sider, though, does take him off the right side of the stage. Nice. Weapon throw, ground pound. No.
Weapon throw is so hard to get around in Sandstorm. There's no way to confirm the edge guard because of that weapon throw.
Does starve him of the weapon. Sidelight neutral sig. Or Endlight neutral sig would both do the job here. Sandstorm likes to use at least one of those in a set. Recovery comes through, catches them on the platform. Laura's has one last chance to make it back.
Nice.
Down air gets them. That might be it. Is this going to be the win for Sandstorm? Classic gravity cancel sidelight. He's on the board 1-1. A much better game for Sandstorm in game 2.
Yeah.
Glad he didn't switch. He just took a moment to think about what happened in that game 1.
And he performed much better. He was able to get extended scythe strings off stage, right? Even if they didn't lead to KOs, we almost saw a really early stock taken on Laura's there.
Yeah, Laura's recovery in disadvantage is incredible. Like, yeah. He is fighting, and Sandstorm did did one of the most impressive reads of the set so far, which is after the down air. He did a jump, wait, pivot, gravity cancel sidelight near the blast zone on the left side of the stage, and Laura still survived with that recovery, the bow recovery and the chase dodge. And I thought the set was going to be a two-stock there, and Laura's almost run back. So Sandstorm, if he can close on these edge guards, is on his way to winning the set. But Laura's has shown that his defensive play is immaculate.
Oh, delayed response from Sandstorm there on the spot dodge. Tried to trust in the reactions, they failed him there, but the ground pound's surely gonna be enough. Gonna dodge up, not gonna make it. Yeah, that's the power of bow ground pound.
Yeah, bow ground pound, just the best ground pound in the game. Not by, at least when it connects, it's the best ground pound in the game.
Yes.
It's one of those things where, yeah, the base force on that is just incredible.
Insane.
You trade off the speed and the startup and all those other things to where when it hits, you just get hit by 3 arrows in the face, and that actually sends you quite far, and Sandstorm goes down to it. And usually bow ground pound is catching you out of a jump or a dodge to the wall. That's why it's like so devastating.
It feels extremely wide, right? Like it feels like, man, even if I dodged up, I would have been hit here. And that's just kind of attributes to how good the hitbox would be.
3 nairs in a row. Sandstorm can't get on the ground. Finally does a weapon throw to pick up the scythe.
Why does he send him back?
Downsy gets punished. Another nair, that's 4 neutral airs that puts Sandstorm in the sky so far. And if he brings Sandstorm off the side of the stage with the side air, Downsy comes back onto the table, but gravity cancel D-Light will take him down, and Sandstorm now finishing those edge guards, readjusting in his seat there and getting ready to go into stock number 2.
All right, we're sticking with the scythe. The scythe seems to be the key to defeating Laura's for Sandstorm here, as he manages to get a little bit of damage racked up, almost gets a combo. These weapon throws are proving to be difficult for Laura's, and Laura's not pressing the dodge button still. And Sandstorm's just taking, the conversion, no way!
Air and the sidelight, side air, weapon throw, gets the gravity cancel, end light. Is that going to be a 0 knockout? Ground pound to finish, he gets the side air, and Laura's reeling in his seat. He spent the entire stock looking for a weapon and never found it.
I mean, you got to give a shout out to Odin's blessing there for that entire sequence to even happen, right? Sandstorm manages to get the perfect weapon spawn to go ahead and grab those gauntlets and do all of that.
He comboed with the weapon throw while starving his opponent with the weapon. It just non-stop. Laura's now trying to fight back, gets the ground pound. Very tail end of it, manages to connect. Pogo goes in for the edge guard, gets the second Pogo. Can Sandstorm make it back? Goes to the gravity cancel end sig just to try to touch the stage, not enough distance, but still, what a fantastic second stock from Sandstorm in game 3.
Yeah, and I wonder too if without charging he would have touched. Because I know Mordex kind of weans back
he
a
like
little bit toward the end.
descends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But it looked like he was maybe waiting for Loris to kind of punch
if he could
that.
get a hit,
yeah.
get a chase dodge. There's just so many factors there that he was gambling around. I don't blame him for holding it. Loris now bringing it back, has him in orange.
Yeah,
These
this is
Nairs are a
extremely
little
close.
risky to go for. Sandstorm switches over to the gauntlets. Nair connects. Okay. Juggle state. Sandstorm makes it back down. Weapon throw forward. Works out that time.
Wow,
But the
how
Nair
did that Nair
connects.
hit? What?
It's almost like he grabbed him from the side of him and then said, get above me.
That's crazy.
Ball Exciter, sidelight goes over the downlight. The down air connects. He gets the Nair. Can he get the recovery? Goes for gravity cancel sidelight. The side stick misses. Gravity
What?
cancel. I think did he dodge? He dodged the recovery and then gravity canceled into an end light. Loris has one chance to make it back. Finally dodges the side light, and now Sandstorm has to recover. What's Loris gonna do? Goes for the gravity cancel end sig of all things. The ground pound.
I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up. That was the gold Hail Mary ground pound that usually works in high pressure situations like that. But Sandstorm was able to place himself right in the middle.
You have to. You have to. You could basically, when you're fighting unarmed versus spear, you might as well consider the outside of the player character as iframes.
Yes.
If he recovered in not perfectly dead center, he would have gotten knocked out.
That was perfect spacing.
Unarmed recovery is like hilariously one of the few moves in the game that perfectly punishes spear ground pound.
3, 2, 1,
It's like there's not many moves like that, but that's the one.
Yeah,
you get a
sword
little bit of
recovery is like the
steerability.
other, right? Or
I
it's
just-
like you need to be able to go straight up.
That was probably the most spaghetti Brawlhalla I've seen in like a last stock situation like that between two players of this caliber for a while. Like seeing Sandstorm drop the edge guards, Loris drop the edge guards, and then it came down to spear ground pound versus unarmed recovery to end the stock. And now we're in game number 4. Match point for Loris here. Sandstorm trying to fight to get into winners finals against Kaina. But Loris starting to take the lead back.
And I'm not gonna lie, weapon throws have been kind of doing it for Sandstorm. Like
Yeah.
he was struggling.
Not again.
Oh God.
He's
dang.
smiling after that one. It's the same situation from the last game. But also in the last game, Sandstorm took like 2 stocks in a row without taking any damage. So let's see if he can repeat that again.
Because I don't know if he knows how to break the neutral without doing dash weapon throw.
Oh, Sandstorm?
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot with both gauntlets and scythe. And that's just how strong Loris's defense is. But I mean, that just might be the answer too.
Dash up, dash jump, fast fall nair. It was so fast. But
Land light into the neutral signature. Said he usually gets 1 a set.
Yeah.
Right? It's either that or like side light, weak hit.
we haven't really seen side sig at all. Now that I think about it, that used to be one of the most popular sigs we've seen on Mordex.
Oh yeah, it would be used like Kaya down to get the edge of the stage.
Yeah.
Right? But Sandstorm has not really been opting for it.
Wow, that caught.
They did catch. Stuff recovery came through. Down air, luckily for Loris, has not come through. And that side light catches Sandstorm accidentally pivoting his end light. Both players now around the same amount of damage.
Where is he?
Oh, side light into the dash slam, into the delayed snare. The grab pound hits it. He has no jumps left. That's 2 grab pound knockouts. Loris on the verge to bring it to game 5 here. His edge guard's working so well against Sandstorm. Sandstorm's just kind of... It's weird. He's losing all of his resources above stage and then getting knocked off stage last minute.
Yes.
And then those ground pounds are coming through.
I didn't even know that was a setup. He did soft side light and tried to go for a reverse dare.
Oh, Sair onto Nair. Okay, another sider coming through. Sandstorm switches back over to the gauntlets. And every time that he goes in without a weapon throw, he's getting end lighted. He's going to go for the weapon throw pretty soon here. He's got to be getting frustrated, right? Like, that's 3 approaches that he's just like, what do I do? D-light, Nair doesn't get the recovery. No, Sandstorm doesn't get the stock there.
I don't think the recovery would have KO'd. I think he was looking for one more hit. I think that's why he went for Nair.
I mean, you just get one more hit then, right? Like, get him into that juggle state. I mean, I guess Gauntless isn't the best at knocking out on the top without recovery, but at least get something. Sidestick comes through, gets Pogo, Sair.
To go next.
Ground pounds might come through here. Down sig could come here from the spear as well, and that could be the 2 stock that we're looking for. There it is, down sig, the edge of the stage, and almost like at a certain point, I don't blame players for getting down sig by Kaya.
Yeah.
When you're coming back to the stage, right? Like it's so good.
Listen, man, if I'm last stock, last hit, and Kaya throws out the spear down sig, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, there's my easy way out. I never have to deal with this again if I just fall into it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's what Sandstorm was thinking as well. It's like, I could spend like an entire minute and a half of a grueling comeback and then barely lose, or I could just get hit by down sig. Where are we going for game 5?
Oh, gosh.
It's back to Apocalypse.
Okay.
Mordex,
3, 2,
Kaya.
1,
I mean, this is a really, really good set. This is the highest level Mordex Kai I've ever seen. Sandstorm and Loris play this in such a remarkably fascinating way, too. I think that Sandstorm should have done more weapon throws at the end of that last game.
I agree.
We watched 5 stuffed approaches to like neutralites and down airs and all what have you. Finally he manages to get through, doesn't get the jump there on the Nair. Loris misses the pivot down light, side light comes through, no dodge, but Sandstorm, usually a master of dodge punishes, doesn't react. And now both players are about even in damage. Oh, whips the down air.
Weapon throw is no good. Has no juice behind it either. Nice jump to avoid the down air there.
Dash forward, dash back, dash forward, dash back. Going for the down light here at the very end. Goes to the side light. Does he go for dash jump, pivot dare? No, another side light. He's catching Loras every time he comes back to the stage. And that gravity cancel end light. No, the movement, the aerial drip from Loras saves him from getting grabbed.
At some point, we just side stick here. No, he goes to dash jump, ground pound. That's something else you got to represent there, but it's not enough to KO. And Sandstorm might lose the stock here. Gets the touch and go back. Ooh, that dash land saved his life.
Dash land grabs the weapon as he slides past the spear recovery. Oh, narrowly dodges the side stick, gets the side light delayed recovery, takes the first stock in game 5.
These are some gamers, man. they are maximum gamers.
If he didn't dash land for that weapon throw, he was just done for.
Yeah,
that stock was gone.
He was going to hit.
Sider hits, Sandstorm low on jumps. Silent would able to get the stock here, but Loras hasn't been going off stage with unarmed as much. Recovery from Spear. Loras, uncharacteristic fishing there with those recoveries. Gets one side air. Down sig might be too soon for down sig at this point in the game. Goes in for the recovery instead, and then the ground pound right afterwards. You know, it was good in 2016. It's still really good.
It's really hard to deal with unarmed specifically. They're going to ground pound recovery, ground pound recovery.
We talked about how like unarmed recovery, while being the best punish for Spear ground pound, doesn't mean that it's a good punish.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. Now Loras taking the lead. Side light comes through, waiting to see what Sandstorm's going to do at a hit stun. Another nair comes through. Usually we get these nairs. He juggles like 3 or 4 more times, but Sandstorm manages to make it back to the ground because of the weapon throw.
Loras still being tricky with these dodges as well.
Being punished for the weapon throw that time, though, as Loras was airborne. And now Sandstorm's getting starved. One nair comes through, lands on the platform, finds the stair. Can Sandstorm make it back? Loras gets the side sig. Sandstorm almost brought down to his last stock, but holds on just barely.
Honestly, the fact that side sig didn't KO is a huge breath of air for Sandstorm.
He's still being weapon starved from that gauntlet. That gauntlet weapon throw from like a minute ago. Nice. Finally, he might just get the stock unarmed. Side picked up, air barely dodged, avoids the down light. Let's see what Sandstorm can do here. It's an even game if he's able to hit a signature weapon throw forward. Can he get this landing?
I sense an end sig in the near future.
Yeah, end sig, side sig would be good. Weapon throw, he's making sure that these weapon throws don't make it go off stage. Down sig punished for the D-light nair. I mean, that was really just a 50-50 in that moment. Let's see if Sandstorm can bring it back, or is he gonna take too much damage to come back from here?
Oh, that D-light.
Dodges the downlight though. That could have been so much damage. Side
down, yep. Oh, late with the recovery for the punish though.
Down to get the edge here with knockout.
We dash jump ground pound.
Side light, waits it out.
He doesn't dodge.
Gets the recovery, but not enough damage. Sandstorm a little bit off with his damage calculation there. Another gauntlet recovery would get the knockout there, but it might be too late. D-light into recovery. No, he misspaces it. Weapon throw, pick up nair. Not going to hit. Loras avoiding everything from Sandstorm, and then the Pogo recovering nair. And like ground pound. Sandstorm might not be able to come back from this. He doesn't touch the stage, and Loras ends it with the 2 stock after a fantastic string of attacks on the spear, beating Sandstorm again here, knocking him down in the elimination bracket. And we have the South America Winners Finals locked in, Kaina versus Loras here at the Royale.
Brutal, just absolutely brutal spear sequence at the end there. That was a really tough spot to get out of. I mean, I don't really know how Sandstorm gets back to the stage there without at least getting hit 2 more times.